Hello, how are you? There are three things you need to do when people are dragging your blessings with you. There are some blessings you will acquire even while you are a servant. There are some blessings you will acquire. And after acquiring that blessing, the source of the blessing, which is immortal, will start to chase you. What do you do? People know the blessings they get as a result of their attachment with you. Some girls like to work with you because when they are around you, they find a prospective husband. Some bosses employ you because they know that it is your presence that is making them succeed. Some companies will never sack you because they know by reason of experience that the reason their company is doing very well is because you are present. If we look at the book of Genesis chapter 30, verses 27, it says, "And Laban said unto him, I pray thee, if I have found favor in thy eyes, tarry. For I have learned by experience that the Lord has blessed me for thy sake." Some women will never leave you because they know that you are the reason they are blessed. Some men will never let you go, not because they love you, but they love the fragrance of increase that they get because you are with them. So you need to know when your destiny is being used to fulfill another person's destiny. Some of you are in jobs, you are in relationship that has nothing to do with love. You are just only a means to an end. You are that yeast that is making their dough rise. They don't love you. They just need your presence. It was obvious that Laban did not love Jacob, but he discovered that God blessed him because of Jacob. So what do you do when you want to move on with your life and a Laban is forcing you to tarry, even when they are not fair, even when what they are gaining by the reason of you being around them, they are not giving you a good share of it? What do you do so that you can stand on your feet? So that you will not have to start to explain to your children tomorrow how you worked in so and so place, how you make somebody great, and you yourself, you are not great. What do you do? What do you do? I would like to drop this. It was because of Joseph that Pharaoh had a lot of wealth during the famine. It was the wisdom of Joseph that helped that country to save their grains. And during the time of famine, they made a lot of increase. People know when your presence increases them. But the sad thing is that some of you think you are loved. You don't know that you are being used. So what do you do when you want to move? What do you do when you want to move and fulfill your destiny? And another person wants to pin you down to fulfill his or her destiny. Number one is Genesis chapter 31, verse 52. Laban chased hard and pursued Jacob. He wanted to get back all the wealth that Jacob acquired while working for him. And what did Jacob do? Genesis 31:52. And Laban said to Jacob, behold this heap, and behold this pillar, which I have cast between me and thee. 52. This heap be witness, and this pillar be witness, that I will not pass over this heap to thee, and that thou shalt not pass over this heap and this pillar unto me for harm. You need to go to court if it has to do with properties, and let there be witnesses, so that nobody will trespass on what the Lord has given unto you. In this dispensation, that was what Jacob and Laban did. Where do you find witnesses? Where did they tell you don't trespass, don't harm this person? Is in court. You need to have legal bindings. Number 2 is Exodus chapter 14, verses 9. Exodus 14, verses 9. But the Egyptians pursued after them all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them and camped them by the sea, beside Pi-hahiroth, before Baal-zephon. What are we bringing out from here? When there is no court strength, you cry to God. Exodus 14, 9 and 10. Verse 10. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptian marched after them, and they were so afraid, and the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord. When there is nothing you can do, at your front there is a sea. Behind you, someone is coming to take everything that belongs to you. No power for court case. Nowhere to even go to court. In fact, you cannot even think about the legal ground. What you do is to cry out to God. Is to cry out to God. The children of Israelite, when they looked at the front, they saw the Red Sea. When they looked at the back, they saw the man that felt that they got so rich when they left Egypt. It is true. The Bible said they got very wealthy when they left Egypt. They cried out to God. What is the third thing that you must do? When someone is dragging what is yours and calling it their own, because you acquired it under their roof or by being paid by them, and it favored you, what is the third thing that you should do? This is from 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 11. Run away when there is no Red Sea before you. Or when you don't have children, wife, businesses, like what Jacob had when he was working with Laban. There are some kind of wars you don't have to fight. You just run away. 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 11. And Saul cast the javelin, for he said, I will smite David even to the wall with it. And David escaped out of his presence. There are times when you have to run for your life, especially when your crown is in view. When you have nothing like wives and children and anything, inheritances, you don't have anything at stake. Just run, knowing that the crown still belongs to you. When a former boss doesn't want to let you go, even when you have left the company, but they are trying to defame your character. When a spouse doesn't want to let you go, even when the marriage is no longer working, there are things you need to do. It's either a fight or a flight. Laban is claiming daughters and cattle from Genesis chapter 31, verse 27. A man that worked for 14 years to marry his daughters and worked for 6 years to tender his flock. I was surprised that in Genesis 31, verse 27, Laban was claiming that he was still the owner. Wherefore, didst thou flee away secretly and steal away from me? And didst not tell me that I might have sent thee away with might and with songs, with tabret and with harp? Laban called Jacob a thief. Even Jacob's wife and children and cattle, Laban said it was for him. Have you seen people that believe that they own you? Even if you are no longer in their life, they believe they own your week, they own your eyes, they own your lip, they own your phone, they determine who you will marry, they determine where you will go. There are so many Labans in life that would not let you go. That would not let you go. Demons know the importance of their former clients. And that's why they always say, I will return unto my own. Let us look at Matthew chapter 12. Matthew chapter 12, verses 43. Even demons still believe that they own you. That's why when you get delivered from foul spirits, you get born again, you get clean. If you don't fill yourself with the word of God, the demons are still claiming ownership. It's so funny that both physically and spiritually, people would not want to let you go. Especially when you are the one that carry oil on your head. Some of you are just in that relationship. They don't love you. They're only using you. You are just in that organization. They don't send you. Now the oil within your head, where they make them succeed. So know when it is time to know when you are being used. Know when to demand what is yours. Know when to cry to God. And know when to run away, knowing that you will still be the king tomorrow. Matthew chapter 12, verse 43. Matthew 12, verses 43. I'm going to read out how demons, in fact, it is the audacity that is annoying me, that they called a human being. They called a human being their abode. Okay. I didn't see it. Let me just explain it. Okay, I've seen it. Let me read it out. Matthew 12, 43. Look at what demon said. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. Then he said, I will return into my house from where I came out. Can you beat that? Demons are still claiming that they own you, not to talk of humans. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. In the realm of the spirit, you can't just say, my hands are clean, I'm not doing anything. You must fill yourself with the word of God. You must fill yourself with prayers. You must read quality Christian books. You must play good Christian music so that you will not be empty. Once you are empty, demons will come back to you because in their mind, they believe they own you. The same way humans believe they own you. Some people are not aware that it is God that even summon judges to court. Some people just believe they are the Lord of this life. They are Alpha and the Omega. I thank God because nothing is hid before his eyes. So children of God, be smart, be intentional, and follow these rules, and the Lord will guide you. I imagine if David did not run away from Saul, trying to show that he was the anointed, he would have died casually. Learn when to run when they throw a javelin at you, especially when you know that your throne is in view. Because of time, I got to go now. My name is Aleladia. I am a messenger and an errand runner from Jesus Christ to you. Once has the Lord spoken, twice you should know that power belongs unto God. I will definitely see you on top. Shalom.